Hey, thanks for tuning in to the second part about collaboration in Qonic. If you haven't seen the first video on this topic, please be sure to check it out before this one. So today I'm going to cover a bit more in depth how Qonic's versioning system can handle multiple people working at the same time at the same model. So let's take this example of this structural model of this building again here. Let me open the model and let me make some changes. So for example, let's get rid of these floating foundation piles because they might be a mistake in the design. And let's make a change to this opening in the roof slab here. For example, let's make sure it's a bit bigger and it aligns with the other openings in the other floor slabs. So I'll just use some conventional modeling tools like push-pull to make sure this opening aligns neatly with the relevant geometry in my model. Okay, now let's assume someone else also has this model open and is doing some changes at the same time. Actually, I will show this by switching to another screen where I'm logged in as a different person, but I have the same model open. Let's say I make some changes. For example, let me change the material of these steel beams to a different steel class, for instance. I can see that the material is a S235. Let's change it to S275 to have some more structural integrity. So I've changed the materials of these beams, and let's also make another change. For example, let's get rid of this roof opening here. Again, I'll just use push-pull for this to get rid of it. And let me change, or let me publish these changes to the public version of the model. So again, logged in as this other person, Ellie. Let me publish these changes. I can give it a title. And publish this change. Now let's return back to the other screen where I'm still logged in as myself. And let me again try to publish my changes, which were getting rid of this floating geometry here and making this opening a bit bigger. When trying to review and publish this change, Qonic will try to merge my changes to the changes that Ellie did at the same time. Where possible, these changes will be merged automatically, but in some cases there may be merge conflicts, as is the case here. So we can see Qonic couldn't merge the changes. So let me try to resolve this issue. So I'll open the model in a special conflict solving mode where I will have a visual overview of the changes that could not be merged by Qonic automatically. As I can see here in the model, the floating geometry that I removed is gone. Also, the steel of these beams, the steel class of these beams has been updated by the other person, but there is one change that Qonic wasn't able to merge, and that's this opening in this roof, because actually I made the opening bigger, the other person removed the opening. So how to choose between these two options? Actually, this change that is not merged automatically is listed here in a conflict panel where I can see the entities or the geometry that it actually applies to and the different versions of this change. So the original version was this small opening. My version of this change is a large opening, and the other version is no opening at all. So I can choose which one of the two is relevant. For example, let's say my change, so the larger opening is the one I want. And let's solve this issue. And now that I have successfully resolved all conflicts, I should be able to publish this change. All right, so let's publish this. Okay, and so now we can see in the entire version history the changes made by Ellie and the changes done by me as well. So this Git-like approach of versioning and collaboration actually allows us to keep an entire version history of all the changes, and also allows us to collaborate with other people without being in each other's way. It also allows working offline, and then once being back online, you can push the changes back to server. So it's a really flexible approach to collaborating on models. So I hope this gives you a bit of an idea of how Qonic handles collaboration and versioning. Thanks for tuning in.